Yo everybody, and welcome to Final Fantasy X. So, gonna be playing Final Fantasy X again. I know I should be playing Persona 3, but it's fine. I just finished watching CrimsonMay finish their playthrough of Final Fantasy X, and it made me want to play it again. We're gonna go with the Expert Sphere Grid, because I like that one. Oh, original. Because I like the original. So, let me just lower the volume a bit because it's a bit high. Whoa! Speaking of CrimsonMay, there they are with the Unibonks. Hehehe. So yeah, Final Fantasy X. Having watched May finish their playthrough, what? 3 hours ago, made me finally commit to start playing this again. I'm going to just say this now. There will probably be spoilers in this playthrough. Because I'm approaching this as someone... I'm going to be more open about, like, oh, this is the scene right before Zanarkand. Hello, YouTubes. You should check out May's channel to watch their archive. And now I'm forcing them to put them on the YouTubes for this reason. So yeah. In your face, May. I have no idea where I'm going with this. Basically, I want to do 100% of this game. Actually, that's a lie. I really want to do Final Fantasy X-2. However, I told myself I won't play Final Fantasy X-2 until I've 100%ed this game. So, there we go. CrimsonMay VODs. Videos on demand, S. Shameless.png. Just drinking a bottle of Lucozade and I think it's just made me very hyper. Anyways, I really want to play Final Fantasy X-2.
Listen to my story.
No, shut up, Titus.
This may be our last chance.
Basically, yeah, I love this game. And it's funny watching someone who has no nostalgia, by someone I mean May, who has no nostalgia for this game or the series, play it and grow to like it. It was a very interesting thing, and it makes me question why, what it is about this game that really makes it stand out. Yeah. I'm glad there's no webcam right now because all I'm doing is a little dance to myself because I like this music. And look, the Faith are here from the start. So yeah, I'm going to be pointing out a little, some... I mean, Waka is the lovable racist. But yeah, I'll probably just be pointing out things to do with the story rather than straight up spoiling things. So anyways...
No problem.
So, I am going to not call him Tidus. Instead, I'm going to call him Tidus. There we go. I just think Tidus is a much more interesting name. So, yeah.
Alrighty.
I feel like that was the only reason why I wanted to do this playthrough before I forget that joke.
Can I have your autograph?
It's why they never call him his name, and that's why the whole debate about whether he's Tidus or Tidus. Because apparently, according to the people that
if I score a goal,
make the game, it's his Tidus.
Do this.
That's why Waka says it in Final Fantasy X too. Calls him Tidus.
What seat?
However, Tidus makes so much more sense. Because the whole game is based on an acapella, like their islands. It's all water and stuff.
Gotta
So
go.
tide
Cheer for me.
makes
2,
sense.
3. Teach us how to blitz.
Hey, I got a game to play.
But hey ho.
Teach us after.
Maybe tonight? Well,
You can't tonight.
Because the entire
I
city's
mean,
going to be
tomorrow.
destroyed.
Promise?
promise.
Can I just point out the one girl who's like bobbing to herself with the beanie that's covering her eyes? How have I never noticed her before? Also, Zanakin's cool, yet man must it be a pain with all that water. Also, I assume there's like no cars, it's all just, you know, walking highways, which is neat. You're never gonna get to play
I was in
X2,
a
how
coffee
come?
shop running away from home when I heard the news. Our hero, Jecht, gone, vanished into thin air. My dad must have been his biggest fan. I knew how sad he'd be. Heck, we all were that day. Zanara,
I'm never gonna finish.
What are you thinking? I went running straight back home. We sat up talking about Jecht all night. My dad and I
Oof.
never talked so much.
Sky.
Whoa. Didn't mean to reminisce, folks.
Calling us Jet
Anyway,
Jr.
10 years later,
Oof.
the Jecht Memorial Cup tournament is today. The two teams that have won through to the finals are, of course, the Abes from A East and the Duggles from C South. I
The
know there's a
Duggles.
lot of people out there today to see the star of the Abes. In just 1 year, he's become the team's #1 player. He's Jecht's blood and the new hope of Blitzball. What
Okay.
kind
I
of
do
super
like
player will he
listening
show us
to
today?
the radio guys, but
Will we see his father's
it's one of those cases that, you know,
Make one
I want to get into the
coming
game.
through. Hey! Hey!
I also think they would have a, you know, a better entrance for players, right? Other than what seems to be the main gate. Oh well. I mean, you think about it though. It being flooded shouldn't be a problem for the players. They could just swim up there. But yeah, I'll say it again, because I still love the theory that, I love the theory that the reason why Orin's hand, he keeps arming the sling, is so he doesn't have to do the prayer. That and it just makes him look like a badass. I mean, it just looks like underwater rugby times hockey. See, the thing I'm wondering about is what happens to Zanakin after these two leave? Does it return to a state before Sin attacked, or does it just continue on after Sin attacked? I mean, ultimately, I guess it doesn't matter. because, you know, none of this really matters. Everything outside of Zanuck and her doesn't matter. The only bit that matters is this is where Titus Inject comes from.
Orin! What are you doing here?
I was waiting for you.
What are you talking about?
So yeah, I guess these walkways are just walkways and not car things, but it looks like they have water on it as well. It's such a weird design. Indeed, Kirby is out.
It begins.
What?
Don't cry.
Maybe.
What the?
Although, isn't...
Hey, wait!
aren't you more worried about the fact that you're going to have to stop a game no matter what you
Not
do?
this way.
Like, wouldn't it be better for you to wait till you come back? Also, this always made me thought that Sin was just a ball of water.
We called it sin.
Sin?
I mean, you actually see him a lot sooner than you realise. It's just you don't get a good look at him until much later. Yeah, you got kind of screwed with that. Like, Kilika is where you get a slight sense of him. And then it's not until Operation... whatever it's called.
Take it. A gift from Jekt.
My old man?
No, they show up on the boat.
I hope you know how to use it. These ones don't...
Hopefully the early stage is just very bare bones in terms of hit X to proceed. That sucks. When do you need the suit by?
Don't bother going after all of them.
Well, what day does the trip start? I mean. Okay, so it's not like one of those cases I need it by Monday, at least. Yeah. Okay, let's see how bad I am
Get
at
out of my
the
town!
button probs.
Can't wait to die.
Does kind of suck. That was but pure memory, because I'm using a PlayStation controller, so I don't have the right button prompts. Although, to be fair, A and B, it's hard not to get them right. Like, I always know A is at the bottom. It's also, his first one is very ingrained in my mind, I guess, because it's the first overdrive you do in this game. And, you know, the amount of times I've started this game. So you're in no real threat here, because he can only cast Demi. So he can only do a quarter of your health. So unless you really unless you purposely try and die here, you're not going to die here. Sin in the background. Pick this up quickly. Yeah, you'll notice one of the big difference between me playing this and May playing this. May just had the one save point. One save file.
What are you laughing at?
Looking at my last saves there, I had 25 of them.
We're expecting.
Huh?
I think I was just paranoid of getting stuck in situations that I couldn't get out of. Not realizing that the game's pretty good at least allowing you to grind to an extent. Like, there's really a point where you're stuck, unable to do anything to help. I said rarely. But at that point as well, you do have the cases of going to grind anywhere. Hey! It's Will's favourite game!
What?
Trust me.
And with this, we'll have the first part of the game done. I know. It's also a question to you, Will. Just how much do you like turn-based games in general? Turn-based RPGs, I should say. I mean, that wasn't the question I asked. I suppose. Yeah, okay.
Go.
I need to play Darkest Dungeon again. I keep trying to play it. I even recorded a bunch of episodes for it, but then I just stopped. It's a really fun game, it's just... I don't know, I find it hard to keep going. So, fun fact. You might notice that Titus's pre-rendered model is slightly different from the in-game one. It's because the in-game model was edited for Western audiences. They made him less Asian looking.
You are sure?
It's why some of the portraits don't quite match up with some of the characters as well, because I think they tweaked a couple of things like that with most characters.
This is your story.
A fun fact.
It all begins here.
The eye with the I mean, you can, and I will feel it, but no one will see it, and it'll be very awkward.
Hey. Hey.
So yeah, this is also another neat thing.
My old man?
This is the place of the last boss. There he is.
I thought about a lot of things. Like where I was.
I mean, actually,
what I
that
got
fight was
myself
fine.
into. I
It was
started
just
to
after
feel
it.
lightheaded. And then sleepy.
Like, that is the last boss.
think
Everything
I had a
after it is just a cutscene.
A dream of being alone. I wanted someone, anyone, beside me. So I didn't have to feel alone anymore. Anybody there?
It's been a few years since I've played it, but it's one of those games that I know a lot, other than the one cave that I apparently forgot everything of on top of Mount Gagazet. That cave, for whatever reason, did not stick. So, admittedly, there is not much. You're always honest, Will.
What do we have here? Nope. Can't read it.
Oh, chest. Now, I can't remember where it was. There we go. I'm gonna do this, because why not? Oh. So now, I don't know if the key items count. Yeah, there we go. I haven't gotten all the albeds yet. I can't remember how many letters are there in the alphabet after Y, but we've got most of the albed stuff already. It's all of them up to Y. I think it's just Z, right? X, Y. Wait. Isn't X after Y? Or before Y? X, Y, Z? But yeah, we can read this fine now. No? Before. Yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like using my dyslexia. Ah, jeez. My inability to word is no excuse for not knowing the alphabet. All I know is I know what the 20th letter is. And that's the important letter. Yes, I wouldn't mind a cup of tea. Milk and 2 sugars. Haha, jokes. It's like the only reason why I remember that one. Dramatic face. So, admittedly, I'm not too sure about this part in the game. Like, before this section, I knew it was very hard for you to die. I'm not sure if you have as much leeway here or not. I think you're fine, but the key word is, of course, think. I have played some of 8. 8 has still one of my favorite transitions into pre-rendered cutscenes ever. But yes, I've played 8. And it's one of those ones I would like to play again, because I've never finished it. The furthest I've gotten... The furthest I've gotten is a train heist? Something on a train? I can't remember for sure what it is, but there was a bit on a train. Yeah. Isn't that when you switch protagonists for the first time? I can't remember. It's one I want to get. I want to play some because it has Triple Triad in, and everyone knows Triple Triad is great. Though I feel like I might be spoiled with Triple Triad now, because Final Fantasy XIV has Triple Triad, and that is a lot of fun there.
I had made it out of the frying pan and into the freezer. I thought I was gonna die in this place.
He's actually making me the cup of tea.
Need fire.
So this is the type of thing, the start of this game is quite linear in terms of I can't really show much off because there's not much to show off. Oh, the box. I don't know, 7 had quite the intro though. Like, I suppose, yeah, this has quite the intro as well, but 7's first mission, you could say, is quite the bang. Although, admittedly, it's been so long since I've played 7, the original, it's hard for me to say one way or another. Okay. To be fair, it must be pretty exhausted to be Titus right now. I've had man all over the place, swung a sword, midway through game as well.
I need food.
Because presumably he wouldn't have eaten
What do you
much
want?
before the game, neither.
It was a bad call. Your team lost because of you.
You came to say that?
It's been 10 years. I thought you'd be crying.
Who, me?
You cried.
Stupid ghost faith person. Ratting us out. I wonder if Owen saw the faith as well. I like how you highlighted your message, yet
Wait, wait!
it
Don't go
doesn't
out on
show
me.
up on the actual stream highlighted.
Just hold on. I'll get more wood. Give me a break!
I don't know if this one, once again, this is one of those fights where you don't have to actually worry about Titus's high health. I mean, I know right now I'm doing, well, he's doing a good job of avoiding all the damage. So that's something. But I think the main reason why I wanted to get the Albed language is just that we can actually see what they say here. I mean, you can heal, you do have potions. Yeah, I like how everyone else has guns or whatever, but no, just Riku's the only one that decides to fight. Also, you have to wonder, why does this dude have grenades? There we go. Our first battle. But
Phew. That was close. Hey, let me go.
Fredek Drak! Ifin, Irisa, Tekiaka! Wak, Edeku! Kemed?
Fed! Trivida Grisa!
Dralnia, Drakisha Dave.
Ifun Petted! Fapuneket Fedrik! Kuno.
see, I don't get why they think it's a fiend. Why would you instantly consider it him a fiend other than, you know, just a random hermit? Because it's not like his outfit is that outlandish in comparison to some of the other outfits that are in this game.
Whoa. Okay.
Canis!
Fun fact, when designing the outfits for the Owlbear, the
I said I don't understand.
apparently the woman who
Fed!
worked on the
Save these
design
days to make yourself
outfits
useful.
used
You understand
some
me?
BDSM gear for inspiration for a lot of their
I'll
outfits.
work.
And knowing that, you can totally see it. We'll go and save. If you're near death, really near death, use this. On only pay.
Sujai!
Oh, almost forgot.
Okay, and now we just mash the button. Because we know how to use the sphere grid. It's also funny how they show... I believe this is the standard sphere grid. Despite not being what we are using. I really possibly should have done the standard one, because I always do expert, and going standard might have been a bit more exciting, I guess. But admittedly, after watching May play through the standard one, it's like, no, expert is just way too much more fun. Speaking of, here is the sphere grid. Right, I want to say Lancet. Yeah, Lancet's in the middle. The big thing about this sphere grid over the standard one is it's a lot more open at the start. Like, there's very little stopping us from going to Yuna's path. There's very little stopping us from going down Lulu's path. Like, Blizzard and whatnot is just here. Wacker's this way. I think Oren is slightly to the side. And Riku is to the side here, blocked by a level 1 sphere. Hey, thanks for the good luck. I'm going to need it. However, excuse me, hang on. Oh, sorry, just got all emotional talking about trying to 100% it, I guess. I was going to say something, but I forgot. I was in the middle of choking. For the time being, I'm going to have Tidus go through Tidus's path.
But there should still be some power left. We're going to go down there and activate it. And then we should be able to salvage the big prize.
Admittedly, the only thing... I say 100%.
Okay,
the one thing I
work.
want to do is beat Penance. That is the goal. So if I don't technically do everything else, that's fine. However, if you know about Penance, then you know that I need to probably do a lot more. Whoops.
We'll go as soon as you're ready.
Yes. Yeah. But I'm gonna keep that as a okay, I can't do it. Right. I want to try and beat Penance without having to use the Mix Overdrive Whacker Thingy-Doodle or using Yojimbo. However, I'll also say this, I'm not against using them if I need to. Bahamut is pretty cool. And once again, if you have no idea what we're on about with using Will and Bahamut, then you should watch the Maze playthrough. Also, can I just point out how we went through that without getting a random encounter? Like, that is speedrunner's luck, if I ever saw it. I mean, at the same time, though, you were getting experience points. What sphere do we need for Tidus's next defense? Never mind. Examine. I mean, you could make the argument that the game, the whole world, Spirit is in a cycle of death, and fiends are people who have died and not been sent, so there's a lot of fiends, so in that theory there should be a lot of an encounter. I don't know, I feel like once again, it's been a long time since I played 7, but I feel like I had a lot of encounters playing 7. But once again, I have no real idea. Yeah, we could do it. Sounds about right. Do another cheer. You guard. You cheer. No, Grenade's fairly standard one, but cheer does at least increase defense. The restrictions of this run are nothing. There is no restrictions. No, I'm totally okay with using it. I would just like to try and beat Penance without cheesing Riku. Or without cheesing it, I should say. To be fair, I don't know. I've not thought that far ahead. Yeah, I don't know how many people know you could do that. Have even be out of range but still use what's it called? Grenades. And yeah, as I said, I'm not against using mix or whatnot. And I might not realize how tricky it is to do it without using it. So it's one of those cases of I'll see how it goes when I get there. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with leveling up right now. I have no methods to keep going just yet, but hey ho. Just gotta get that extra point just in case. Yeah, I like the expert grid more. I know technically the standard is better if you're trying to max out stats, because you have to do some more legwork with the expert one to max everyone's stats out, but it's fine. There she is, the airship. I mean, that's fine too. I just like being able to make silly builds early on. I mean, Kamami is only as useful as you make them. I mean, I think that's one thing that bugs me when people say, oh, Kamari is useless, blah, blah, blah. It's like, well, it's because you don't use them. The downside with Kamari is because he's so flexible, he's so easy to neglect.
Fafutra airship.
You found the airship. Just a random gun on the deck.
Hoof, Ruftu, Tungadib. Way, Wichita.
Hey! Hey, I helped out, didn't I? Huh.
I like how the real reason why they didn't have Titus go into the ship is so that they didn't have to model anything.
Hungry. Whoa! Right on.
Hey,
The red Wanso path. I mean, this is the first time he's had food since
'cause you
before
eat
the
too fast.
Blitzball game. And as I said, he probably didn't have a big meal before that anyways.
hey.
Maybe they did give him one, but he ate it. I mean, it is Titus.
Hello there. What is your name?
Riku,
Whoa! You really do understand. Woo-hoo-hoo!
You can tell she's regretting bringing him on board.
Why didn't you say so earlier?
I didn't get a chance to. Everyone thought we were a fiend.
We?
Oh, we means you.
I also wonder how the Albed language
Who are
actually
you
plays
guys
out in
anyway?
Japanese. Like, is it
We're
still...
Albed. Can't you tell?
Is it still
You're not an Albed hater, are you?
I don't
the
even know
same
what an
language
Albed
now,
is.
essentially?
Where are you from?
Xanarkin. I'm a blitzball player.
Also, but I mean, like,
Star
is it
player
still
of the Xanarkin
based
Games?
on the English alphabet?
Did you hit your head or something?
You guys hit me?
I love that line.
Oh, right. Do you remember anything before that?
Oh, no, but that's the thing. Having it be based on the English
So I told her everything
alphabet
there was to
still
tell
makes
about
sense.
About life there, blitzball, and Sin's attack.
And it also means that they
And
didn't...
About how Aaron and I were engulfed in
Maybe,
this life.
yeah.
I just
But here's
said
the thing,
things
I
as they
think it
came to
might be
mind.
based on English, because if
Then
you
I
stop to
started
think
to
about
wonder.
it, the book locations will likely still be the same, and there's 26 of them. So
Did I
there's more than
say
26
something funny?
You and
kanji.
your sin.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, you'll be better in no time. They say your head gets funny when sin is near. Maybe you just had some kind
And
of dream?
As it's not that common, but quite a few Japanese people
You
know
mean
at
I'm
least
sick?
some English,
Because
so
of Sin's
it
toxin.
being,
Yeah.
you know,
You sure?
Yeah, there is no Xanarkand anymore. Sin destroyed it 1,000 years ago.
I don't know.
So, you won't play
It's
blitzball
something
there?
I've wondered, but despite wondering, I never looked it up.
What do you mean, 1,000 years ago?
So, despite putting that question
I saw
out there,
Sin attack Xanarkin.
I'm probably still not going
You're saying that
to
happened 1,000
check up.
years ago? No way.
You said
I
you play
love
blitzball?
Titus sulking here.
Uh-huh.
Like, the animations
know,
are great
you
in this
should go to
game because
Luca.
it's definitely in that era of
Someone might know who you are, or you might find someone you recognize.
Luca?
the animations of like PS1 games where they didn't have facial expressions down, so they had to over-exaggerate animations and whatnot
Okay. leave
to
it to me.
make
I'll
people
get you to Luca.
make it
Promise.
clear what feelings they're thinking.
You'd rather stay
And
here?
it was also the age of having
Okay,
a
I'll
lot
tell
of
the others. Wait
reusing
here.
animations.
Oh, and one thing. Don't tell anyone you're from Xanarkand, okay? Yevon says it's a holy place. You might upset someone.
I mean, Devil May Cry 3, potentially. But I think the
Oh,
clear example is, like, if you look at the original Resident Evils, you can see, you know...
My Xanarkand? Some kind of holy place? Yeah, right, I thought. Since when? Yevon? Sin? Luca? I thought Sin just took me to a faraway place. That I could go
Also,
back in a day or two.
those things are in, like, such an awful
But
place. They would
1,000
so fall
years
off the
into
ship.
The future? No way! Whoa, whoa!
I mean, I always saw it that it had some buoyancy stuff under the water, but I'm not going to go into details on how fantasy ships float.
Shin! Sinek Musa! Etonic! Etonic!
Whoa!
I also like the concept that Jack was like, oh crap, I left him with the Albed. Here, let me come back, let me come fix this and plop him on the proper island. Jack fucked up. There we go. Here's the actual starting island. Sorry about that, Titus. Enjoy your racist friend. We are on PC, yes.
Riku! Blitzball!
Hey, you okay?
Hey!
Not gonna lie, that shot always made me think that Waka was the goalie. I always just assumed he was the goalkeeper because of the way he had his position there. And I'm always shocked to find out, no, he's just a striker. Or forward or whatever. It's as if they're a sports team or something. And they all have a uniform. Grab some antidotes. And then let's wander over to the gang.
Yo. Hiya.
You wanna try that move one more time?
So,
Finally.
I'm not sure what I'm going to do with
Things were starting to
Blitzball.
look up.
There's obviously two ways to go about it. Start doing Blitzball right away, so that I can use the rewards from it early on to help advanced, or wait until I get airships, so then I can start getting better people. I think the real question is, do I want to use this team, or do I want to use
I meant... forget that. I got too...
Do I want to
close
use
Sin, and
a
my
custom
head's all
team?
foggy like. So, I don't know where this place
I
is.
don't know which way I'm
Even
leaning
where I
towards
came
just
from.
yet.
Sin's toxin got to you, but you're still alive. Praise be to Yevon. All right, back to practice.
It is a question, a real question, because I like the press. Blah, 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 blah.
Brother. What? You hungry? Okay.
I mean, I like the prospect of getting the Besaid Aurochs and making them a good team.
I
The
felt like I
Auroch-
could trust this
It
Waka,
feels like it would be
so
a
I just had
fun
to ask.
thing to do, but it might be...
It's true Xanarkand was destroyed, right? 1,000 years ago? So it's just a
Golden
big
saucer.
pile of rubble now, isn't it?
Hey, all we need is Blitzball in
Long
Final
time
Fantasy
ago, there were
XIV,
a
and then we
whole lot of
have the
cities
trio.
in Spira. Big cities with machina, machines to run them. People played all day and let the machina do the work. And then, well, take a look. Sin came and destroyed the machina cities. And Xanarkand along with him. Yeah, that was about 1,000 years ago. Just like you said. If you ask me, Sin's our punishment for letting things get out of hand.
Triple Triad is in 14.
We gotta suffer 'cause of what some
I'm not sure about
goofballs
Terror
did way
Master,
back when.
but they do
Plus,
have
we must always
loads
repent for our
of
sins. That's important.
something. Basically a
She said
minion game.
It's hard to keep at it sometimes, you know?
Pretty
It's
fun.
just as Riku said.
And
Waka
Chocobo
and
Racing.
Riku couldn't both be lying. Why would they?
But you from the Xanarkand Daves, that was a good one, huh? Hey, I'm not saying that team never existed, yeah? But you gotta figure, a team living in luxury like that be pretty soft, eh?
I appreciated the fact that Waka was trying to cheer me up. But at that time, all I could think about was everything that happened to me. All this started with Sin. Maybe if I could find Sin one more time, I could go home. For now, I just live life until that time came. No more worrying about where or when I was. Sure, it was hard not to think of home, but I started to feel better already. A little better. Maybe.
Also, it'd be pretty weird. Say now Titus did get home, and his thought was it was 1,000 years ago, like actual time travel happened and not just whatever. What is he going to do? It's like, oh yeah, I've come back to a destroyed city that I
it's
know
this
is
way.
just going to be in ruins. So, I don't think he's thought this through. It's not like Titus could do much change in the past. Or maybe he can.
Yeah.
What's the big idea?
Ah well. There's like some chests you can get here. The only thing I remember is Titus can kill the 2 fish, Waka can't kill the 2 fish, so he gets the 1 fish. Doing that before I forget. I'm using a what is this? Is it a PS3 or PS4? No, it's a PS4 controller. I forgot that the PS3 is much more like a PS2 one. Some ability spheres. Honestly, not much we can really do right now. you... Oh, that's a 3 one. Okay. That makes sense. I thought the 3 and the middle 2, oh, the middle 1 I should say, was 2. Boosters? No, probably not. Probably not, no. At most, the only thing I'd really do with them is just speed up cutscenes that I die at. But as of right now, this is just pure, just Final Fantasy X, the remastered, whatever. I'm just gonna try and beat the game with my somewhat limited yet expansive knowledge of this game. And I think that is the correct way of saying it. My limited yet expansive knowledge. Right, I know a lot about the game. Yeah, I also don't. It's the type of thing, like, I know about a lot of the mechanics. Like, I know about the Dark Aeons, I know about the Omega Ruins, I know about how you use the monster arena to power level and whatnot, but I've not actually done any of those things. Like, it wasn't until May's stream then that I've actually saw a Dark Aeon before. My guess would be one of the bosses in the monster arena, but my real answer would be, let me Google that.
You want me on your team, right?
Right, there'll probably be lots of research being done once we get to the later stages of the game. But until we get there, it's fine.
Major Blitz tournament's coming up. All the teams in Spear will be there. It's so huge, I'm sure someone there will recognize you. Then you can go back to your old team, right? It'll be fun.
Like I said, limited yet expensive. Expensive? Extensive.
Sure thing.
Dude, our team is gonna rock, eh?
My knowledge is very expensive.